again. It's one day after my first day of honest training. I've already been kiting for a while, but this last session was engine related. I started a little late though, so I didn't get a full break in it. So day after now, and I've still got the engine, the Defiant, my gas one, not my electric one, in the car, and I'm on my way to the hobby park near me. It's
user point ahead.
Thank you, radar detector. It's a RC field, but it's kind of blustery, so I'm pretty sure I'll have it to myself. But they're not concerned with noise or propeller or wind blast or anything. So I'm gonna run out
user
there.
Point passed.
Thank you, and try to finish the break-in, and also see how fast I can assemble it, because I've only put it together twice now. Today will be my third time, and everybody at the field asked me, how long does it take to put it together? How long does it take to take apart? I don't know, so we're gonna find out today. Cool. So here we are, hobby park. It's a paved RC airplane runway. I was right, I am here alone. It's probably a 5 to 10 mile an hour breeze. One guy up there looks like he's walking a local trail, but I wanted to show you why the Defiant was fit for me. It's because it's so slim. I'm not going to time me taking it out of the car here, but it's the exo frame tank and engine and harness all in one piece, and then it's the spars and the hoop sections. So let's get this guy out of the way first. And this does still have about 1.5 gallons of fuel in it, which makes it nice and lightweight. But there we go. The bottom of the tank has these runners on it that keep it from getting beat up, so it's not such a problem. Really nice handholds here. Just pick it up, walk it over. I'm gonna lean it up against the table here. All right. Okay, from a standstill. It's probably not looking down quite far enough. Ready, set, go. All right, so the first thing we need to do is put the 2 lower spars and hoop section on. This is our kickstand. So lower spars go in under the swing arms, lower hoop section with the feet curved side forward, slides on, slides on. Now it can sit on its own. We'll put the rest of the spars on. All of these spars are the same, so it doesn't really matter where they go. This one's got the screw in it for the pulley, but they all have the hole for it, so that could be in any one of them. Then the hoop section, the middle is right here. So we'll just drape it over, and it plugs on. Working down one side. These little pulley bits go in front of the lower spars. This rope is the tensioner for them. So we pass it through. I guess the direction passing through doesn't really matter, but I like to do it from the bottom don't know. And then these two guys go through a slot in the tensioner, like so. You just kind of hold this while you ratchet. And if you can't get it tight enough, there's a I think it's a 6mm Allen key. But I found tugging on it and tightening on it gets it a little better. Oh shit. Remember, that goes in front of the spar. It'll be interesting to see what my time is with that fuck up. There we go. Hoops on. And the propeller. Six bolts. This is a Vito specific prop, so it doesn't need a spacer. And the torque wrench. Torque to 8 Newton meters, says the sticker. I will happily oblige. I think this is the part that takes the longest. Now I have the Moster 185 Plus, so it's clutched. So I'm not worried about accidentally kicking something over by spinning the prop. All right, propeller's on, hoop's good, net's tight. 5 minutes, just over it. And that's even with a mess up on my lower netting there. We should stop that recording. All right, pre-flight. Just give myself a little more room here. Pre-flight, for me, I guess, even though I'm not flying, starting up, still a good habit to be in. Check everything top to bottom, front to back. So first is the harness, most important for this frame. Make sure that these are attached and these straps are going to get sucked in. I will shorten these later on, I'm sure. All right. These bolts go clean through. And there's a wing nut. Make sure that's tight. Not really a wing nut, but it's a threaded. So it's tightened. Straps are good. We'll check the buckles as I buckle in. Make sure there's no holes, rips, tears. Everything's actually connected. This is an APCO split leg, so I don't have a seat, but if I did, I'd make sure it's in the right position. Throttle, not tangled, free moving. Swing arms, connection to the harness is actually attached. and on the gravity specifically, make sure that the ACS and DFS works. That's a feature, not a bug. The left and right movement lets you weight shift a little more. Moving back, hoop section, make sure all of these spaces are closed, no gaps, and that all of the pieces are actually all clicked in. And then I guess back of the frame here, the swing arm safety strap is in, safety pin is in on both sides. It is engine related. Oh shoot, I didn't put the pull start on. Well, okay, engine related. Pull start is actually connected and flexing back. Spark plugs on, airbox is secured with the safety strap on the back. No obstructions in the airbox. I think this is foam that's like a dust keeper outer while you're shipping the engine. I put it back in while I transport it, but whatever. Spark plug is not loose. The wiring for the cylinder head temperature and RPM is not loose and flailing. Belt is tight. No wobble. Prop is on tight. The starter kill is actually attached. Exhaust is on tight. Springs are all in one piece. And the pipe's not coming apart. Throttle, make sure that cable has some looseness to it, which means it's resting at idle and not having a tension applied. And then we'll actually go over here. Apply throttle, make sure it moves. Kind of hard to see, it's back here. All the way open, goes all the way closed. All right, that's a pretty easy pre-flight. Let's see if I can start it. I think we measured it without fuel. Is that 63 pounds? It's all on the shoulders.
I'd get down, I'd never be able to get up.
Well, they also make tricycles. You can mount this to a set of wheels, and then you don't have to carry anything. Handle kill. Starter. Cleared. Oh man. I can feel it wants to. Okay. Okay, disassembly. Let's see how fast it goes. Ready, set, go. First things first, basically just running backwards, taking the pulley off. I guess you could take the pulley off before you remove the top spar, but I mean, it's got to come off eventually, so. And this has to come off before you loosen the net tensioning, because the handle has to pass back through the netting. So, hold on to that. Release netting tension, which is this guy down here. You just press this button. There it goes. Just that button right there. I take this rope, double it back behind the tensioner, and tie a real simple overhand knot in it, just to kind of get it out of the way. So the netting's loose, and we can take apart spar pieces. This guy at the bottom, this guy at the bottom, and all along the sides. I leave the top sections attached because this whole thing's going to be hanging, and I want to be able to undo left and right sides at the same time. So right here, left side, still holding on to it, right side. There's your hoop. So spars, 1, 2, 3. Send this guy back in, just to keep track of it. Propeller needs to come off. It's probably be the longest part of the disassembly. Just like tightening, you want to loosen in a crisscross pattern. So I've heard. Makes sense. Relieves tension uniformly. I should be able to do this now without the wrench. I've got a quick release hub from Iris Paramotors on the way. That should make this part quite a bit easier. It's just it's basically the same connection type as the starter pulley. Just threads in the center and then has that lever that swings down like the front wheel of a typical mountain bike. And then be careful not to drop your propeller with the last bolt. It's not my stuff. Somebody left an RC airplane wing on the ground over there. Hubs out, props apart. The wing is flying all over the place. And we need to take the lower hoop and spar bits off. So you can lean it against something, you can even lay the whole thing all the way down. It doesn't really matter. I've had mixed results taking the hoop apart down here first or pulling the spars out. We'll try the spars out version this time. So those are the lower spars. That just lets you get a better grip on it. All right, disassembled. Under 4 minutes, look at that. 3:55, that's not long. And I only needed the one tool, soon to be no tools, with the Iris quick release. Not bad. All right, so there we go. That was the second part of the break-in on the Moster 185 on the Gravity Defiant frame. Overall, very impressed with the frame. Fit and finish is gorgeous. It all clicks together. Assembly in 6-ish minutes. I'm sure that'll get better as I get better. But that's all I've got for today. Do the whole like, comment, subscribe thing. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys like this. I've got more flying of all kinds coming up soon. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.